At a time when India's economy is rapidly competing and catching up with Western technologies and progress, millions of Indians still live in primitive rural villages or urban slums with little or no basic health care or schools.
70% of urban population of Mumbai lives in slums. 70%. That's a very big number.
There are 350,000 Dalit untouchable outcast villages in India.
The oppressive cycle of poverty, depression, and hopelessness is the combined effect of a political and religious system of oppression practiced in India for over 3,000 years. The caste system has been outlawed, yet today its dark shadow of prejudice still remains over vast minority populations. Since India's independence, the streams of reform have stirred a yearning for true freedom within the lower caste groups that is both socially and spiritually significant. In recent years, lower caste leaders representing millions of people have come together in huge demonstration rallies to openly renounce Hinduism and its associated caste oppression, and alternatively embraced Buddhism and Christianity.
In the same week, two Dalit leaders came to my office, expressed that they are interested to learn more about Jesus Christ and Christianity. Then I was afraid and told them, you go back and ask all the Dalit leaders, sign in application form and come with application form with signatures. And 200 Dalit leaders, they came with signature and application and expressing that they are interested to learn more about Christianity.
This massive shift has thrust open the doors of the gospel of Jesus Christ for millions of people. Could this be the answer to worldwide prayer? Is this the Macedonian missions call for the 21st century? The answer may be found in the rural tribal areas in the state of Orissa. Located on the northeastern Indian coastline on the Bay of Bengal are the ancient lands of Orissa, known as the historic cradle of Hinduism and Buddhism. Orissa is arguably the poorest state in India, with nearly 90% of the population meagerly existing under the poverty level. Orissa is annually plagued by droughts and then flooding during the rainy season. Orissa is the home of over 200 unreached people groups. One such community is the fishermen. These elders represent some of the poorest villages in India, with no schools, clean water, or health care.
We help them and encourage them to start schools for children.
Orissa Follow-up has helped start over 30 hamlet schools in makeshift buildings supplied by the fishermen villagers. Each school has 2 teachers with between 40 and 80 students in one-room classes. The children have a simple slate and a piece of chalk to do their lessons. Yet the children are anxious to learn, and their parents can now see hope for a better future. There is a new wind of the Spirit blowing in Orissa. Hope is the foundation to build faith. As the Bible says, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Centuries of religious and social oppression are slowly receding. Community health education and microfinance self-help groups have opened many opportunities in villages that previously had been unreceptive and even hostile to the gospel. Community health education, called CHE, is a series of lessons that are combined with spiritual principles and fully integrated with Bible lessons. In just the past few months, Orissa Follow-up and their network partners have helped form thousands of small groups of 10 to 15 women throughout Orissa to come together to start self-help groups in their villages. The life-giving message of Jesus, illustrated with loving and practical training, has people experiencing hope for a future for the first time in over 3,000 years. In God's plan, the Orissa state has seen heroic leadership emerge, creative ideas to facilitate transformation, and growing evidence that the compassionate gospel is winning the hearts, minds, and souls of desperate people, one life at a time. God has provided a plan and people. We can't always know how God works. We do know that when He is at work, we are obliged to cooperate. It's our time to move His kingdom forward in the poorest of the states in India. Consider becoming a part of this eternal work.